Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Crazy D's Equipment. So a few months ago, I did a video called Tractors that meets your budget or something, that format like that. And since then, I've had a lot of you guys call or message me or stuff about you were looking for tractors that you guys were thinking about buying, or that you were in the same thing, kind of the same deal where you have this much money, but what tractors would you recommend, Crazy D? So guys, I'm going to do part 2 to that video. So let's grab that cup of coffee and have that discussion. This time we're going to do it just a little bit different. Last time I had the price categories set up a little different than this, and I'm going to, instead of the way I did it last time, this time we're going to do 500, 2,500, and just jump up like that all the way up to 10,500. Now there's other thing I'm going to do a little bit different than I did on the last video, is I'm going to give you the horsepower for the tractor, and I'm going to give you your options for fuel. So it's either a gas, diesel, it either comes, gas or diesel, et cetera, like that. The thing is also, you need to know horsepower. I went with the Nebraska Tractor Test horsepower for each one of these tractors. I checked a couple other places to make sure that we're in the right thing, and I am using drawbar horsepower. I am not using PTO horsepower, because drawbar horsepower is the horsepower you put to the ground. The PTO horsepower, as far as I'm concerned, that doesn't count. It's the drawbar horsepower that is the most important on a tractor. Now, when you buy a tractor, they are going to give you one of 3 different horsepowers when you're selling you a tractor, and I'm not doing that. I'm just giving you what is the drawbar horsepower. Remember, that's the most important one to go off of. So, all right, so to start this out quick and easy, let's start out with a $500 to $2,500 range. Now, I picked 2 tractors for each category, and in this category, the first one I picked was a Case 800. You have 51 horsepower, and it comes in gas or diesel. Now, the reason I picked this tractor, this is going to be an ideal tractor for someone who maybe has some small hay ground. You can run a square baler, you can run a small round baler with it, you can run a small pull type swather with it. It's going to work for mowing if you just have a large piece of property to mow. You're going to be able to find this tractor somewhere in the range of $800-900 to $2,500 or so. I mean, you will find them higher than that, but you can find a good tractor in the $2,000 range on these. They're good, they're a reliable tractor. That Case diesel is a 4-cylinder diesel, and it is a very good motor. I mean, I highly recommend it. So that's kind of why I picked that tractor for this category. For the next tractor in this category, I picked the International 300 utility. Now, you guys might know back in a few videos ago that we took one from dead and brought it back to life and got it up and running and stuff, and it took a little bit of elbow grease. Kept the doc quite busy on that one, and it has found a new home, and the guy's very, very pleased with it. Now, the 300 utility is a 38 horsepower tractor, 3840 horsepower tractor, and it comes in gas or liquid propane or /LP fuel. The reason I picked this tractor, this is a really good tractor to put a loader on. It's built up in the front a little bit heavier, being a utility than say a standard farm tractor would be. Also, you're going to have a 3-point system. Same on the Case, by the way. You'll have eagle hitch on that one. This one you'll have the 2-point international system, which can easily be made into a 3-point system. This is a good tractor for mowing. This is a good tractor for light dirt work. This is a good tractor to put a loader on. You can move smaller round bales with it. You may have to put some weight on the back for it, but it's a very good tractor for those uses. So that's why I picked those 2 tractors and put them at the beginning of the category. You will find them easily in those price ranges if you just get out there and look for them. The next price range we're going to go is $2,500 to $4,500. The first tractor that I picked for that category is an International 2424. Now, that's the industrial version. The farm version of that tractor is a 424. It's a 31 horsepower tractor, give or take a little bit. It'll come in gas or diesel. You probably will find the gas version a little bit more than the diesel version, but they are out there. You can easily find one in the range of $2,500 to $4,500. I've had a couple come across the lot in the last year. They're high. If you get the industrial version, you're most likely going to come with a loader. And the one that I had was used for cleaning lots and working in a dairy, and it was, that's a pretty heavy duty setup on that loader and stuff. You could definitely use it for moving round bales, taking care of the horses or livestock or goats or whatever you got. It's going to work for mowing. It's going to work for, again, if you're going to run a small square baler or something off of it, it would work ideal for that. So kind of why I put it here in the list. And then the other tractor that I picked for this price range is a John Deere 1020. It's a 31 horsepower tractor, same as the one prior, and it comes in gas or diesel, same as the one prior to this. I picked that tractor. That is a really good mowing tractor. It's a really good tractor for light dirt work, keeping the driveway clear, keeping it smooth, getting the ruts down out of that old driveway. You could use it for doing a little, other little kind of work around the farm like that. I don't know. I've seen them with loaders. They do okay with them. I wouldn't put too heavy duty of a loader on it, and if I did have a loader on it, I wouldn't work it too hard. The power steering system is a little weak on those tractors, and they do give you issues. But otherwise, I think it would be a good tractor if you needed a tractor for mowing and keeping up on a piece of rural property. It's definitely a very good tractor, and I would recommend it in that price range. The next price range we're looking at is the $4,500 to the $6,500 range. These two tractors I picked are kind of ideal in this range, and they're definitely good tractors for mowing and stuff. So the first one I picked is a Massey 50, or a Massey Ferguson 50. It is a 34 horsepower tractor. It comes in gas or LP. They're another good low stocky tractor, easy to get on and off, especially as you get up in age and getting on and off a tractor gets a little harder and harder. They're a good tractor for mowing. They're a good tractor for doing that kind of work. I have a friend that has one, and he runs an International baler and does all his square baling and stuff with one. They're going to have 3-point, they're going to have hydraulics, they're going to have live PTO. Very easy tractor to operate, still very easy tractor to maintain and to get your part supply for. But that's kind of why I picked that tractor there. And then the other one I picked is a really ideal mowing tractor, and that is a little Allis-Chalmers 5030. It's a 31 horsepower tractor, correct. It is a 31 horsepower tractor, and it comes in diesel only. So that's the only fuel supply you're going to find. It has a little 3-cylinder diesel engine in it, and diesel's name starts with T, but it escapes me now what it is. Ideal tractor, good little tractor for you got some acreage that need to be mowed. You need to run a 4-foot bush hog or something behind it. It'd work great for that. Light dirt work, keeping your rural property maintained and that kind of stuff, keeping your driveway smooth and that stuff, good for that. I wouldn't really highly recommend it as a tractor to put a loader on, just not really heavily built enough for a loader, and a loader they have a habit of tearing up a tractor. People put a loader on and then they say, oh, hey, I can lift this car, and the next thing they got broken frames and power steering pumps that are burned up and front ends that need to be welded back together. But otherwise, it's a really good tractor for, like I said, maintaining a rural property. They're pretty easy to find. There's quite a few out of them out there. Allis-Chalmers built quite a few of those in the late 70s, early 80s. But let's move up a price range now. Let's go that $6,500 to to $8,500 price range. And we'll start out with our first tractor in that one is an Oliver 1750. Now that's an 80 horsepower tractor. It comes in gas or diesel, and I decided on these tractors to go up a little bit on horsepower, a little heavier tractor, because when you get into this kind of price range, you can find a lot of really good tractors in the larger size. This would be an ideal tractor if you have some hay ground, you want to run a swather or a baler behind it. You want to you're going to do you want to put a good loader on it. You can handle some pretty heavy round bales on the front on it. You know, take care of the horses and the goats and whatever else. It worked perfectly fine for maintaining your rural property or whatever that may be, keeping the driveway clear and or nice and smooth through the summer months when it's all rainy and then you driveway starts to washboard. Very reliable tractor, and being the fact that AGCO owns Oliver, or was part of Oliver's now part of AGCO, you can go to most AGCO dealers and you are able to purchase parts for this tractor. And the other thing is you can almost find anything you need on that tractor on the internet, so parts and stuff wouldn't be hard to come up with. The day of the internet made the old days where a tractor was out of production or whatever and you couldn't get parts for it anymore kind of obsolete. You can pretty much find whatever you need to find. But anyways, so let's move on to the next one. Now the next tractor is going to be quite controversial with a lot of you, but I've had a few and I've had experience with them, and actually at one point in time I was very strongly looking at becoming a dealer for this company, and I decided not to, just because of the financial just too much capital it takes to get started in it. And then also the fact is you don't really make a whole lot of money selling new equipment. The money's made on the used equipment, but or when you take a trade-in and you turn around and sell that trade-in, that's where the money's actually made. You don't make much on selling new machinery. So that was one reason why I decided not to become a dealer for this company. But my choice of tractor, sorry about that, my choice of tractor is a Belarus 822. Now it is an 82 horsepower tractor, and it comes in diesel only. Also, most likely you're going to find one of those. You will find it with front wheel assist. I did some looking for ones that were out there for sale, and I could not find one that wasn't front wheel assist. But according to the Belarus website I found, they did come not without front wheel assist. They are a really well built tractor, very simple made. They're probably a tractor that you could very easily do any of the mechanical work yourself with no problems. You can get all your parts. Again, the internet is a wonderful thing, and you can find about everything you need off the internet from one part supplier or another. They're going to be an ideal tractor at that horsepower for doing any hay operation that you need to do. They're going to be able to run a loader very well, especially with the front wheel assist. You're going to be able to take care of your livestock, feed the horses, feed the goats, feed the cows, whatever you need to do with them. They're going to be able to do all the dirt work that you're needing to do on your property. They are a fairly reliable tractor. I have heard some horror stories about them, but I have also heard a lot of people who, just keep an open mind. Yes, they are built, I believe, in Czechoslovakia, but I am not 100% on that one. Belarus you get into Northern Europe and you find these tractors are just as common up there as a John Deere is here. So the company's kind of got to know something, because people aren't going to buy them if they're junk. But I highly recommend those tractors in this price range. And then again, continuing on for our last and our final price range, let's do $8,500 to $10,500. Again, I went with a little bit larger tractors, but these tractors here again will be able to do those things that you need to do. The first tractor I picked is an International 806. It's an 86 horsepower tractor, and it is gas, LP, or diesel. The configurations that you're going to find them in. This is going to, again, ideal tractor for haying operation. This is going to be an ideal tractor for taking care of your rural property. There's pretty much nothing you're not going to be able to do with it. It handles a loader fairly well. Again, just don't overwhelm your loader. You're not going to pick up a truck with it. You know, that kind of work repeatedly is going to ruin the front end, it's going to ruin your steering, and it's going to ruin your tractor and loader. But otherwise, you know, again, it's going to be able to do all those things that you need to do. You've got a little bit more horsepower, and again, it's one of the tractors I do recommend. They're very well built, and International did a very good job with that series of tractors. And then the last and the final one, which is probably going to be the one that's going to be more towards the $10,000 range when you find them, and that is a Ford 5000. They're a 50 horsepower tractor. They come in gas or diesel. They're fairly common out there to find. Oh, hey guys, by the way, this would be a good point in the video to subscribe. But anyways, back on the Ford 5000, like I said, they're a very easy tractor to find. They're quite a bit out there. I mean, they're going to work they're going to work for you in your haying operation. If you want, you want to run a square baler, round baler, swather, rake, whatever you need to do. They're going to take care of your rural property. They're going to do all that stuff, and you're going to be able to get parts for them very, very easily just in your local New Holland Ford dealer and stuff. Or again, the internet is your friend. So, but anyways, guys, those are just some of the tractors I wanted to get out there. I know last time you guys you left a lot of good comments down in the video, so please do that again. If any tractors that you guys recommend that I've missed that you think would fit in in any of these categories, please throw it down there in the comments. And once again, guys, thanks for coming into Crazy D's Equipment, and we'll see you next video.